Hey everyone, how we doing today? This is James Sweeney, aka SplitSuit, and welcome back to another video. And as part of the Ask SplitSuit a Question series, a couple people did ask hand history questions, and this one actually came privately via YouTube. And ILove MyMunsters says, "Hello SplitSuit, this is a hand I played at PokerStars 1 cent 2 cent Zoom. I think this is an interesting spot for one of your Ask SplitSuit videos. Would you be so kind to make one about this hand?" Sure, let's look at it. Okay, so in this hand there is a raise, there's a call, folds to hero who squeezes. Everything looks really good so far. I would also be default squeezing here with ace king, or just kind of play poker from here. There's a cold call from the big blind, there's a call from EP2, and we go three-way to it. So there's a check, there's a donk shove from EP2, and hero decides to call for 54 cents. So backing up just one tick, we are getting 2.5 to 1 at this point, and it's a less than 1 SPR spot against EP2, and I'm just never ever going to fold here with 2 overs and a flush draw. Just not going to happen. And if you're not really sure how to use SPR, I did do a quick plays video on the topic and explained kind of what the SPR zones are, how to calculate it, how it's useful. So if you're not really sure what I'm talking about there, definitely check that out. I'll leave a link for that in the description box. But in a situation like this, I'm never folding, and even if we look at the SPR against the big blind specifically, we're getting here with about 2 SPR. So it's a situation where I'm never going to fold against him either. Now, you could certainly consider shoving here, and shoving could be valid, especially if you could close out big blind's equity with something like, say, jacks with a diamond or tens with a diamond. There's actually a lot of validity for just shoving in this situation. But just in general, I'm just glad the hero's continuing, at least we're doing that. I personally would probably shove, try to get the big blind to fold out his equity again with a jacks or a tens type hand. I really don't want him to continue with that, and I'm just totally fine if he folds that. And it would make sense that he would have a hand like that he would cold call after a squeeze preflop. It makes sense that he would have that kind of hand, and obviously if he has ace king with the ace of diamonds, or if he has pocket queens, he's not going anywhere. But by the same token, in the long run, if I can get him to fold tens or jacks, I'm also totally okay with that for sure. But in this exact situation, hero does call, ends up facing a shove, and here we are getting 3 to 1 on a call. So just eyeballing this looks like a totally fine call, but we can also mathematically proof this if we want to be precise about it. So we need at least 25% equity to justify a call here, and let's open up Equilab and see if we have that. So we have the board, we have our hand, and let's give kind of a realistic worst case range. So let's do aces and kings, those make sense. Let's do queens, that makes sense. Let's do a suit selection on jacks and tens, and do only situations where there is a diamond involved, because that would certainly make sense. And let's do ace king off where there's a diamond involved. Do a suit selection, click ace king, untick, and we're going to make sure that we have all the ones with a diamond. Good, that will naturally take out the ones that aren't applicable because we have the king of diamonds in our hand. He can't have those. And let's evaluate it. So even against that, we still have 36% equity. Again, we only need 25. This is a totally fine call, really no questions about it. So in this situation, unfortunately, we end up running into kings and we end up losing the pot, and that just simply is what it is. But again, what's really important is that we're making good decisions. Pre-flop looked totally fine. Flop looked okay. Again, shoving instead of just calling. EP2 shove definitely is a valid option. But once we face the shove from the big blind, there's just simply no folding. We definitely have enough equity to justify continuing. Just hopefully next time we run a little bit better and improve. But in the meantime, looks like a good play to me. So ILove MyMunsters, thank you very much for the great question, and if you or anyone else has a poker related question, feel free to leave it on our Google Plus page. I'll leave a link for that in the description box, and also please make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying these types of videos. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, good luck out there and happy grinding.